When I got into climbing in my 20s, I already knew a lot about the technical aspects of the sport from lots of reading and daydreaming when I was much younger, before I could really afford gear or travel. So, due to this, I didn't really feel mentally challenged or stimulated from the technical aspects of climbing. But as I started building my skill set for big future objectives requiring advanced tactics like short fixing and rope soloing, I found that leading climbs while belaying myself created a whole new layer of mental challenge and creative problem solving that was so much fun. I decided to set a goal to rope solo my hardest red point at each new grade as I progressed. Would I be able to improvise and problem solve in situations where no rigid formula or approved solutions exist? Would I be able to sustain the clarity of thought to keep myself safe while redlining physically? I was confident I would, and it seemed like a fun way to increase the mental intensity and creative problem solving of climbing, while building up skills for solo big walls and partnered speed ascents in the future. This worked out so far. I made big jumps through the grades, with each of my first red points harder than 5'9" being done via a lead rope solo red point. With the exception of 10A, which I did accidentally send while being belayed. But after 11B, I hit a hard plateau. Routes started to feel extremely hard, and many of the routes I tried I ended up writing off as just not possible for me at this time. Then in August 2024, I found a 12A project not far from home that was an excellent fit for my strengths. The climbing was athletic and explosive with a low endurance requirement, and I found the line to be very fun and inspiring. After several sessions spent working the moves and optimizing beta, I was ready to start going for the red point, attempting to push my hardest grade from 11B to 12A in one shot.
Well, made it up, so getting situated here. First thing I have to do is go stick clip up and hang all the draws, so getting that going. There is this somewhat bomber tree anchor at the base of the route here, so I will definitely make use of that. It's a little sketchy. I'll definitely back it up with one or two of the bolts, but it is much nicer to have that than just using the bolts. Little extra rope in the system, so that's good. So yeah, for the setup today, I got the Gree Plus in top rope mode. You can see I got a key ring in there so it can be held upside down, and that'll also break at low loads, which is a nice bonus. And then I got the a carabiner with double anti-cross loads, so it's got a bungee at the top there, and then it's got the regular anti-cross load protection down there. So yeah, I just clip it through the belay loop, get the anti-cross load set up, and then boom, got it. Clip it through the keyring, and we have something that'll feed down when you climb, but if you fall, it locks up. And then we're doing cloves on a gear loop for backup. So I have this gear loop here that I've backed up with something strong to the belay loop, and I'll put cloves in the brake strand and then just clip them to that gear loop. And then as you climb, you need to drop them. Just drop the cloves. It's kind of cool. I got these Edelrid slider carabiners, which is basically just a really minimal locking carabiner on there, and it adds a little bit of extra security to that clove backup. And it's still, super fast, one motion. Just drop the clove off, no issue at all. So they're good for that. I do like them for that purpose. I have a fuse in the bungee cord too that'll break if it gets loaded hard, so don't want to get strangled. So here's the line to the tree anchor, and then that goes into the Gree. I'm gonna just put on some clove backups, and once I get up there, I think that I'll add the cloves for the overhanging section once I can see how much slack I actually want, because right now I'm not too sure. Yo, here we go. Starts off with this little 5/8 section where you really wouldn't want to fall. The landing is super bad and slopes down into a gully, so be careful here. It's not too bad. Hand jam, finger locks, it's not too bad. Okay. Whew. Nearly slipped right there. Okay.
Here's a clove cash loop drop in action. Tension starts to build in the Grigri's brake strand, and a slight tug down on my neck reminds me to dump the clove so I can keep climbing higher.
It's a little bit sketchy right there. Okay. Nice. Tree down there is not great, so got some backup knots before these quick links, so I have some redundancy there. And I'm also going to pre-tension this because I really don't want a lot of slack coming off of this slab in the system. If I fall, you could quite easily break some bones, I think, if there's a little more slack than what you thought. So I'm just going to take the time to be a little more prudent than I might be otherwise. So I got my nice head knot here, Prusik, same thing, a little different. And we're going to pre-tension. That feels really good. I want to get the higher one here clipped. This is a little sketchy of a clip. Let me see if I can find a stand here. Don't want to fall while doing this. Good God. Ah. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Get my backup knots. Something like right there. And then I really have no idea how much slack for the next one I'm gonna need. Maybe I'll try to make it reach all the way to the top there, so. Ooh, dangerous game here. I'll kind of just go in between and hope it's enough. Then we'll do a really long one and put it in the sock. And that might even get me to the anchor. Hopefully, I think it should. I find the best way to keep long cash loops from tangling is to do a mini butterfly coil and stuff the lower 3/4 into an oversized sock. Then when the time comes, you can grab the top of the coils and rip the whole thing out, deploying the cash loop in one motion. The only downside is people at the crag will think you're insane for racking socks on your harness. The sock soloist. That is I. Just want to warm up my hands. It's actually too cold for this. Oh, this is going to be hard. Whew. Just step around the edge here. After the start, you launch off the top of the slab through a 30-foot overhanging head wall, and some 5, 10, or 11 leads you to the first crux, a savage dead point, bumping your left hand to a good hold 4 or 5 feet above the last handhold. The more moves lead you to a desperate sequence turning the edge of the roof on terrible holds. The easiest way for me was another huge dead point to a bat edge high over the lip of the roof. Once you stick this, you're home free, with easy slab to the chains. When done fresh off a hang, this final move felt even harder than the lower crux, but still doable. However, on my first red point attempt, nailing this move with the fatigue from the lower section felt beyond my ability. That didn't turn out too good. That was the final move just there to the where you can get your feet up all the way. Ah, shoot. In this fall, you can see the backups working to perfection. There's just enough rope between the click link and the knot so the knot doesn't actually catch and load the bolt, which would dramatically increase the fall factor. I chose to use a Prusik instead of a soft cinch type device on this upper bolt. This allowed significantly more slack to be sucked out of the system and allows for a knot blocking quick link to be used instead of a carabiner. Well, I'll lower down and give it one more go before it gets too dark. It does make for good fun though, doesn't it? This knot needs to come off. All right, second try. Again, sketchy 5/8 section, don't fall. I'm gonna go for it. You can make that sketchy clip. I'll do my backup knots. Feels like I'm on a multi-pitch almost. Stopping and doing all this work midway up. We gotta go hard on this one. Pre-tension some more. I'm not holding back. Last chance. Oh, foot slipped.
So it's usually optimal to release a backup knot just after clipping. Here, I got the clove spacing a bit wrong and the backup prevented me from clipping until I released it.
That's not good.
Wasting precious power and adding risk.
Oh man, I'm getting way too pumped. I had to unclip early. Just try to get it back a little bit.
Luckily, I was able to find this cheeky elbow press down into a sloping edge. The position is technical and strenuous, and I could only hold it for 10 seconds or so, but it did get me off my forearms just long enough for them to recharge a bit, bringing the final dead point move back to the edge of possibility.
Ah! Ah! Damn, I caught it and I just... Oh! Get my weight off. Oh! I just fell. I don't know, just a few feet, but I got a sling here. Brand new Dyneema sling. And it is cut through completely. It's a lesson, man. Watch your edges, especially if it's swinging back and forth, because that is a brand new sling. Should I go again? I can't go again. Really, because I need to make that clip right there. Maybe I'm coming back with some 9/16 webbing inside of 1-inch tubular for that spot right there. Man, should I try it once more? Why not? I mean, it's still light enough to have one more go, I guess. It couldn't be any closer too. I caught the edge. Just a tiny bit more endurance would have made the difference there. Good to go back up for the third time. Make it count. Last one of the day. Crap, the rock is way slippery. Too cold. I'll try anyway, but...
This next bit was the most dangerous mistake so far. I forgot to clip the last bolt high and then didn't pull down enough slack for the high clip and almost blew it and fell. I think I would have been okay, but the margin was uncomfortably slim here.
Ow! Come on! Ah! Oh! Ah! Rock is super cold. Let's stop the swing. Don't want to repeat of what happened last time. So much fun though, eh? Whew. All right, next day, shoulder's really messed up. This is probably not a good idea, but the conditions are good enough. I feel like I should give it a go. Get my backup knots set up and all good and right. All right, let's get it.
Oh man. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, yes. Woo-hoo! Oh yeah! Hey! Oh man, felt great. Hey! Woo! Yes. First 512. Just sneaked it in before it gets too cold for the winter. Shoulder. I gotta get an MRI on this thing. Feels so good on the first try there, especially after the other day. The other day was so disappointing. Just the last hard move, just getting that catch a bit wrong. And if I just hit it just right this time and just boom, could just feel I had enough strength margin to hold on there. God, it just came together perfectly. Wonderful climb, pretty good holds, super overhanging and just big athletic, dynamic moves. So not too pumpy either, just short enough to give me a chance. So. Woo! Hey-oh. So I've just sat down and had the last of my food and water on this nice mossy boulder, and hey, it worked out. We did it. I stepped in the gym first time in June this year and couldn't get up a 10A. It was too hard for me. So now 4 or 5 months later, the same year in October, to get the first 12A feels great. Lovely, amazing route too. It was just a really fun style and really in my natural style. Even with this route, short as it is, the endurance was still the crux for me and the problem and the thing I had to work on. So it's funny, I haven't had to work on strength yet. Only endurance improvements have been the key to moving through the grades. So I'm interested to see when that'll change.